A Pain to Wash is the first segment of the 31st episode of the first season of Looney Tunes cartoons, and there will be some spoilers as I discuss what happens in this. I don't always give spoilers with Looney Tunes cartoons, but with this one I do want to, because I want to explain the bit that I really liked, and then why I thought it was actually really boring. It got off to a really strong start, and I will say the animation throughout is very effective, and I'll give examples of that. But it became very boring, and I just didn't care for it at all. Porky and Daffy are washing windows, and before lunch they have one building left to do. And this is the bit that I thought was quite clever. Maybe I'm easily pleased, but they walk up to this tall building, and of course the joke is that this one building is quite a tall building. But that's not the building they need to wash. It's then another tall building that is ridiculously tall. It was a nice reveal. I found it amusing. After that, it went downhill very, very quickly. They start to clean this building, and then they start spinning around and around and around, and it's monotonous and not funny and not interesting and very, very boring. I will say, however, that the animation was very effective. I did feel like I was spinning around and around and around, and it did make me feel a little nauseous. So I think they did a great job with that. Visually very effective, just ultimately very, very boring. And I didn't like how it ended either. I don't completely hate how it ended, but I didn't find it interesting. So really strong start, but I'd say 80% of the cartoon is just very dull, not well executed, not an interesting story. Could have had a lot of potential, and it seemed like it was going to be about Daffy looking in people's windows through this high-rise building and getting some humour out of the things that he sees, and that would have been a much better, more satisfying, definitely more varied narrative. Instead, what we got was, in my opinion, pretty boring.